Okay, guys, it's been a while since I talked, so hopefully this video shows up. So, battery life. Right now, I think I have 40-minute screen time, still 100%. So, I went on Reddit. I was trying to figure out what's the best way to improve battery life, and the best way to improve battery life is actually use it in phone mode, essentially. I'm actually so used to doing like this, where I actually hold it like this, and actually don't fold it in. I actually fold like this, and this will give you the best battery life for the Surface Duo. And essentially, what I determined was that you'll get roughly in this mode in Wi-Fi. Like, let's say you did Wi-Fi the whole time, and you do this in this mode the whole day, you will literally get 8 to 9 hours screen on time, right? With minimum dual screen book mode. So in order to determine how much usage of dual screen book mode you have, all you need to do is go into battery settings, go into battery usage, and you'll see. Actually, it's not there yet because it's literally 100% right now. It's 41 minutes of use. This is fully charged 4 hours ago, so it's 41-minute screen time. So there's a Microsoft launcher. The Microsoft launcher really tell you how much minutes you've used on dual screen mode. So the best way to extend the life of Surface Dual screen is literally use it in phone mode. And then if you really need to use it in dual screen mode, you can pop it open like this, right? But then if you don't need to, just use this. That'll save you tons of battery life. I actually put this in all brightness. When I go outside, I use, of course, 4G LTE. But the key to extend your battery life is only use book mode when you really need to. Most time, all the time, use it in phone mode. That will give you the best battery life. All brightness is on. I actually use Bluetooth when I go outside. So that's really the thing to improve your battery life. And so the battery life of phone mode Wi-Fi is 8+ hours screen time. So it's actually pretty decent. It's I'll say good, very good. In dual screen mode, or in book mode, then you're talking about 4 to 6 hours, and the 4 to 6 hours really depends on if you're watching video. It's very efficient at showing video. Apparently it was optimized for video, but so 4 hours is probably the lowest you can go if you do book mode the whole day, the whole time, and you'll see Microsoft launcher showing like 4 hours or 4.5 hours, 5 hours. And if you go outside, cellular, you probably get 4+ hours. So 4 to 6 hours really depends on if you're, Wi-Fi or 4G. But that's kind of the range of book mode. Your single screen mode, you're talking about probably up to 8 hours. And if you go outside in this mode, you're probably talking about 5 hours screen time. So essentially 4 to 8 hours depends on how much you use Microsoft Launcher, which is book mode. That's kind of the biggest learning I got. And the other thing is that when you are using indoors, your Wi-Fi signal strength, I think, make a pretty big difference in how much you get screen on time, even in Wi-Fi. So if you go in the corner of your house and the signal is not very good, you'll probably get less screen on time. So that's the biggest learning I got, is really use this in this mode the whole time, and you'll save a lot of battery life. And only if you need to use it in book mode, then you actually fold it out like this. So it's a big learning for me. I didn't think about it, but then somebody made a comment. It's like, oh, they got 40% battery left with 6 hours screen time. I was like, how the hell you do that? And the reason is you can do that is by doing this. And you can make it even a little better if you actually do all brightness off. I don't do that because I don't think, that maybe give me another half an hour maybe, but that's not worth it for me. I think this is good enough. So if I do it like this, I use it like this the whole time. Oh man, it will last from 7, 8 in the morning to like 10, 11 p.m. Because the screen time will be 6, 7, 8 hour screen time. And the more book mode you use, you reducing down from 8 to literally down to 4. And then of course when you go outside, you're talking about probably 5 or 6 hours to 4 hours screen time. The other thing that I learned is that what I use in FOMO, you find a lot more bugs, little small things, but it's not a big deal. The other thing is I kind of use gesture one time. I use gesture the whole time, sorry. When I turn off the gesture, I use 3 buttons. Basically, Instagram is unusual because the 3 buttons is right at the bottom where you have your Instagram buttons. So that 3 button is not optimized for all the apps. The other thing is WeChat. If you use WeChat, you cannot in FOMO you cannot text somebody. You cannot use a chat because it won't allow you to type, because you type it you cannot even see what you're typing. So WeChat, you have to actually use it in book mode. Instagram, you gotta use gesture. You cannot use the 3 buttons. So there's all these little things. Reddit is fine. The other thing is I'm not sure, when I was using GPS, my battery was low, like 20%, and I was in battery saving mode. When I pressed, so I was trying to save screen that time, I was driving for 2 hours, and I ended up pressing the power button just to save, turn off the screen, but then it turned off the GPS. So I'm not sure, is that because of battery saving, or is it because I restricted the map? But, all these little things to kind of improve screen time. I was driving like 5 hours, so I was trying to save the screen time, so I save the battery. But that's kind of my learning for it. I did get the June update, AT&T, 84 meg. Not much of an update. I'm still waiting for, I guess we'll have another week and a half or 2 weeks for the July update. And I heard August is the one that has Android 11. I'm crossing my fingers. So that's the update, man. That's the update. I really enjoy it. I actually start really using this in this FOMO the whole time. I carry it like this. I'm so used to it, and the biggest thing with FOMO is make sure you have fingerprint. Have a bunch of, like, I think you can allow 5 fingerprints. So have much of that, so we can hold like this and you can unlock it with your fingers, or you can tap here and unlock it here. So either way, make sure you scan your fingerprints in here as many you want. The one that you use, like either your, I guess it's this, the longest finger. This is what I normally use. So that's pretty cool. So I'm still using it. There are some bugs here now. I use this phone a lot more in this FOMO, where sometimes both screens are turned on even though it's not supposed to do that. So when you touch the screen here, and then it's like it's now responding because the screen here is actually turned on too. So I've seen that happen, not very often, but that's my learning for battery life. Use it in FOMO as much as you can, and then if you really need to use it in book mode, open it up, and that'll save you a lot of battery life. And I actually learned which situation I use it in book mode, mostly because I want re-email and copy something, or text and copy something, or I got this slick deal, and I try and go to the website and try and kind of look at the size I have, or that's the only time I actually use book mode. Most time I use FOMO and ESPN, YouTube and FOMO. I love it. The width of this thing I love the width of this thing. That's the biggest thing. So that's it. That's the video, dude. Okay, bye.